Olympic hopefuls as they compete for a spot in the Paris 2024 Olympic Games at Montgomery Whitewater. Montgomery Whitewater is partnering with the American Canoe Association and the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee to bring the canoe slalom and kayak cross-Olympic ski trials to Montgomery this weekend. Festivities begin this Thursday night with Olympic themed trivia at Eddie's Restaurant. Live music starts Friday night on the patio at 6 p.m. Theme trial races start at 9 a.m. Saturday and Sunday with live music at 5 p.m. Saturday night. For more info, check out MontgomeryWhitewater.com.
If you're always missing part of your favorite show because you have to get out of the car, don't worry, take us with you, either through our streaming app or through your Alexa or Google smart home device. News Radio 1440. News Radio 1440 is WLWI-AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Day 2 of jury selection in Donald Trump's criminal trial will begin soon, after more than half of the first batch of 96 jurors was dismissed yesterday. CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman believes it might be impossible to find a completely impartial jury in New York.
What it means is who is the least partial. And here, one of the smart things the judge did was he basically said, raise your hand and you may leave if you think it cannot be fair and impartial. That probably took days off of jury selection.
The Supreme Court hears arguments today on the scope of a federal statute that's been used to prosecute January 6th rioters. Correspondent Scott McFarland.
If it goes against the Department of Justice in favor of this defendant, there could be hundreds of cases that need to be revisited, recalculated by the courts. The court is already saturated and at capacity with January 6 cases.
From the Golden Gate Bridge to the Brooklyn Bridge, pro-Palestinian demonstrators blocked traffic for hours. Overseas, an Israeli official says the country's war cabinet will meet today to consider next steps after Iran's air attacks. CBS's Cami McCormick.
We are closely assessing the situation.
Military Chief of Staff Herzi Halevi says it will be met with a response, but it's not clear when or how. Iran has signaled it does not want an escalation. World leaders are pressuring Netanyahu not to respond.
In Washington, House Speaker Johnson says lawmakers will vote on aid to Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan by splitting it into 4 separate pieces.
It really was the will of my colleagues to vote on these measures independently and not have them all sandwiched together as the Senate had done.
American Airlines Pilots Union is reporting a spike in safety and maintenance-related problems, among them a hammer left behind. CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
The union says maintenance discovered other tools inside the wheel well and noted there were no open maintenance actions at the time of discovery. Also of concern, APA says, an increasing number of collisions between aircraft being tugged or towed and pressure to return aircraft to service.
Library of Congress just announced new additions to its National Recording Registry, and they're a varied bunch. The Chicks' 1998 album and Notorious B.I.G.'s 1994 hip-hop debut both make the list. And there's this Christmas classic.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Let a bit shiny nose. And
O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It was one of the most decorated draft classes in the history of women's pro hoops.
No major surprise to the Indiana Fever selected with the top overall pick.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA
Really?
draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
Hell, we didn't even know there was an Indiana fever. That's how much I look at it. Mm-hmm.
Since I was in second grade, and it's taken a lot of hard work, a lot of ups and downs, but more than anything, just trying to soak it in.
A two-time National Player of the Year, Clark enters the WNBA as the all-time NCAA Division I men's and women's scoring leader. Erica Herskowitz for CBS News.
A fire
Men's
wrecked
and
one
women.
of Copenhagen's
Okay,
oldest buildings.
all right then.
The iconic
Okay.
spire on the 17th century stock exchange
Okay.
has collapsed. The culture minister says it's doubtful they'll be able to save the facade. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Professionals and insoles.
All right, women's and men's. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah. Has Montgomery become a drop-off or illegal alien?
Custom process, all designed to deliver the absolute look and feel you want for your home, guaranteed. Visit us at Just Blinds in Prattville or online at gojustblinds.com.
We have reached the age where things just cost more. Cars, phones, life insurance. Your blood pressure is up. Your weight is up. You're one to talk. I have type 2 diabetes, so I'm getting dinged just like you. Thank goodness for Big Lou. Big Lou! Big Lou can get term life insurance rates for a 50-year-old male with type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure, or maybe he's on anxiety meds. For just around $200 a month for $1 million of coverage. Oh, you gotta say that again. Okay, I'll say it. Big Lou and term provider could get a 50-year-old man, a little dinged up, $1 million in life insurance for around $200 a month. Call Big Lou. Big Lou. He's like you. 800-511-3535. That's 800-511-3535. Don't put it off. If you're overweight, diabetic, have high blood pressure, you've gotta call Big Lou. Gotta. 800-511-3535. Write it down. 800-511-3535.
Cannon Systems Alabama Corporation has a job opening in Shorter, Alabama for the position of production engineer. Job duties include designing and implementing activities to improve efficiency and management activity, and they're responsible for customer quality issues follow-up and improvement processes. This position requires a bachelor or foreign equivalent degree in industrial engineering or a related engineering field in developing product quality enhancement solutions at an industrial manufacturing company. Apply with resume to HR, Cannon Systems Alabama Corporation, 676 Alabama Drive, Shorter, Alabama 36075. Cannon Systems Alabama Corporation has a job opening in Shorter, Alabama for the position of production engineer. The position requires a bachelor or foreign equivalent degree in industrial engineering or a related engineering field and 1 year of experience in developing product quality enhancement solutions at an industrial manufacturing company. Again, apply with resume to HR, Cannon Systems Alabama Corporation, 676 Alabama Drive, Shorter, Alabama 36075.
I've always gotten tons of UTIs. Cranberry products never worked for me, and I was desperate for a way to be proactive. I'm Jenna Ryan, CEO and founder of Eucora. We've worked with doctors to develop effective urinary tract health products. Eucora is helping over 100,000 women stay healthy. Ready to join them? Get 30% off at eucora.com/radio.
Hey!
That's UQORA.com/radio.
Where you go?
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. If you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to healthcare. And that's MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month switching to MediShare. That's huge. But it's also true people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. And that's because MediShare works. It's been around for more than 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
The internet is vast and unending, but you don't have to go that far to hear your favorite talk show hosts. Search, stop, and listen at newsradio1440.com. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by True and most affordable way to get a beautiful lawn. All you have to do is butter in the top it off. When you sign up for an annual plan by April 20th, you get one application free. Call or visit TrueGreen.com today. Subscriptions apply. Mild start to our Tuesday morning. A few fair weather clouds, but I do think that if we get throughout the afternoon, there'll still be some sunshine, warming us once again into the low and mid 80s, much like your Monday afternoon. I do think that we have an isolated to widely scattered chance of wet weather as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Even the upcoming weekend shows signs of some widely scattered showers, but not a ton of rain in our area this week. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. The good news continues. Still no major problems or accidents. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Festival Plaza has it all. Visit the comic shop, Montgomery Cardiovascular Health and Fitness Center, and more. Festival Plaza, Taylor and Fall, a Colliers managed development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Judd Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Tuesday. We start with a final goodbye to a Montgomery County Sheriff's deputy. Jeremiah Young died on the job earlier this month in a one-car accident. He was on his way to help another deputy. Once the services ended at the Church of the Highlands, a large number of law enforcement vehicles escorted his casket to its final resting place at Alabama Heritage Cemetery Monday afternoon. A woman is recovering after being shot in the middle of the day Friday on the Atlanta highway. The family says she was an innocent bystander whose life was forever changed. She's now paralyzed from the chest down. If you see any information about that shooting, call Crime Stoppers at 215-STOP. Today is runoff election day in Alabama, and one big race in our part of the state, the newly redrawn 2nd Congressional District. Two Republicans, Dick Brubaker and Caroline Dobson, will go head-to-head. On the Democrat side, Shamari Figures takes on Anthony Daniels. Will close tonight at 7.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Anthony Daniels is lying about Democrat Shamari Figures and thinks we are fools. But Anthony Daniels' attacks on Alabama Democrats shouldn't be surprising, since Daniels himself is funded by the same donors who bankroll MAGA Republicans. Truth is, Anthony Daniels is hiding an even bigger secret from you. He can't even vote for himself because Anthony Daniels doesn't even live in our congressional district. That's right. Anthony Daniels lives hundreds of miles away in Huntsville. We won't let him steal our seat in Congress. On April 16th, vote for Democrat Shamari Figures for Congress.
Have a plan.
He actually lives here.
How Kerry was right.
Vote for Democrat Shamari Figures for Congress.
Protect Progress paid for and is responsible for the content of this ad, not authorized by any candidate or candidate committee. www.
Hi, I'm Henry. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration,
or MDA,
and since
MAD, whatever it's called.
I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to gawon'twait.com.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say, now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
You can set reminders, make a grocery list, look up random facts and info in seconds, and play your favorite talk show, all with your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440. To reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again, if you can. For it's one more day, one more, that you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. I'd say that's a lot to be thankful for this morning, wouldn't you? Good morning to you. It is 7:17 in the morning on this Tuesday morning. It's not hump day yet, but it's close to it. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Ready to Go for God. Our scripture insight today comes from Ephesians 4, 1 through 7 and 11 through 16. But we'll start off with Ephesians 4 and 1 that reads, I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, good morning. It is April the 16th. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that will never, ever be again. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And you certainly don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, April the 16th, hopefully if tomorrow should be, you will be glad that you did. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy, charity, and love of God, we may I'm not sure. Well, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, whatever we do what we can, while we can, for whom we can, while we can. Reach back and give somebody else a helping hand as long as you can. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live your life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must, rest if you can, but never, ever give up. Never, ever quit. Because quitters will never win. And while winners may lose at a thing or two, they never quit. They never give up. So don't you. And no matter what happens to you on this day, remember this. It is still a great day to be alive. You should enjoy this day more enthusiastically than you've enjoyed any day in your entire life. Because this one, April the 16th, 2024, was never promised. But you made it. Do something with it that is worthy of you. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. Ready to go for God. That's our daily bread for this day. We'll be back after these great words.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled, Ready to Go for God, was written by Kenneth Peterson. The book, Hidden Figures, recounts preparations for John Glenn's flight into space. Computers were newfangled inventions in 1962, subject to glitches. Glenn didn't trust them and worried about calculations for the launch. He knew one brainy woman in the back room could run the numbers. He trusted her. If she says the numbers are good, Glenn said, I'm ready to go. Katherine Johnson was a teacher and a mother of 3. She loved Jesus and served in her church. God had blessed Katherine with a remarkable mind. NASA tapped her in the late 1950s to help with the space program. She was Glenn's brainy woman, one of the human computers they hired at the time. We may not be called to be brilliant mathematicians, but God calls us to other things. To each one of us, grace has been given as Christ apportioned it, Paul writes in Ephesians 4. We're to live a life worthy of the calling we've received. We're part of one body in which each part does its work. Katherine Johnson's calculations confirmed the course trajectory. Glenn's launch into orbit was like hitting a bullseye. But this was just one of Katherine's callings. Remember, she was called also to be a mother, teacher, and church worker. We might ask ourselves, what has God called us to do? Whether big or small, are we ready to go, exercising the grace gifts He's bestowed, living a life worthy of our calling? Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Ephesians chapter 4, verses 1 through 7, and verses 11 through 16. As a prisoner for the Lord, then, I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to one hope when you were called. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all. But to each one of us, grace has been given as Christ apportioned it. And now picking up at verse 11. So Christ himself gave the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the pastors and teachers to equip his people for works of service, so that the body of Christ
may be built up until we all reach unity in the faith and in the knowledge of the Son of God and become mature, attaining to the whole measure of the fullness of Christ. Then we will no longer be infants, tossed back and forth by the waves, and blown here and there by every wind of teaching, and by the cunning and craftiness of people in their deceitful scheming. Instead, speaking the truth in love, we will grow to become in every respect the mature body of Him who is the head, that is, Christ. From Him, the whole body, joined and held together by every supporting ligament, grows and builds itself up in love as each part does its work. Let's pray. Dear God, please help us embrace what you've given us and to live lives worthy of your calling in our family, our career, in our church and community, and wherever your calling may take us. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. I'm Stephen Tabor, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Okay, wrong one. So what happened to my, wait a minute, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, I don't know where it went. Oh, there we go, right there. I know it was somewhere around there. Okay, now we must pay homage to our armed forces of the United States of America right now. So let us get to moving. Also, good morning to some of our local heroes around here, the Montgomery Police Department, Montgomery Fire Department, the Montgomery Sanitation Department. Those guys are heroes too, though, believe it or not. Let me see, who else? I forget. Ambulance drivers, school bus drivers. Those are really heroes right there to carry our most precious cargo. So listen, when y'all get to the corner, okay, and you know the bus trying to turn, back up, all right, so they can get in there. Come on. A school bus has got to be the ugliest vehicle ever made, but it's practical. I guess. One of these days, somebody's going to tell me why it's so ugly, but it does the job. But a school bus is just ugly. Ugh. And that yellow, who came up with that? Why not make it orange or something we can see? Come on, man. Okay, now that's about all I got. And it does seem that our investment in the water park is paying off a little bit there. You know, we got people coming here, people coming here trying to perfect their craft, and that's pretty good. I mean, it's better than people having running from here, which is what our conversation is going to be about this morning for the most part. But let us move on here. And again, good morning to Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base. After all, this is an Air Force town. But let's never forget, lest we forget, there would be no Air Force if there wasn't a United States Army. Okay, I'm just saying, that was the brainchild of the Army. So that's right. Get out and knock out 10 for the Army guys. It was in 1947 when we came up with that idea. That's what I'm talking about. I wonder why I didn't come from an airplane pilot. Oh, yeah, I know why. Hey, somebody's mom, somebody's dad, somebody's brother, somebody's sister, somebody's uncle, somebody's niece, somebody's nephew is sitting on the fence right now. around this world saying, not on my watch. Give them a salute. Even the Marines, Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, and don't forget Space Force. I haven't figured out what they do yet, but I will. And good morning, and good morning to everybody this morning. Okay, 7:29. I'll take a little extra time this morning because I was deep in cogitation on a particular subject this morning, and how I was going to sort of broach this subject, that it seems it is time to have the city, the city, the whole city involved in this conversation today. Okay, we need to have the conversation. We've been playing around with it. We've been asking questions about it. We've been wondering how it got this way, all these things. But it seems that the city of Montgomery must join us today in conversation, try to figure out why we find ourselves in the situation we find ourselves in right now. And what he's saying, well, what am I talking about? Well, we'll talk about it, when we get back here, because it's going to be a whole morning subject. And I'm hoping the mayor is tuned in, because we certainly need to involve him in this message also, because we got some issues. Okay, we got some issues. Okay, we have some issues with violence in this city. We are don't want to hear anymore about how hard it is to get people to work. I'm sick of that. If we stop punishing the police and punish the perps, maybe it'll get different. Okay, so but the question is, how do we get here? How do we get out of here? Or else we are going to have a ghost town in the city. We're going to have a ghost town. Okay, violence is affecting all of us, whether we know it or not. It is affecting us. And who is to blame for this? Well, I know you're going to say, well, the crooks to blame. Yes, he's half to blame. The other half to blame. Now, everybody running for office, every time they run for mayor, city council, and all this stuff, and obviously the Office of Violence Prevention should be disbanded. Okay, not because they're not doing anything, they're doing the best they can, I guess. But they ain't stopping jack, nothing. So we might well pay a couple more policemen with that money and bring them on. And so I'm just saying, they're just lady going down the street the other day. Somebody said she's paralyzed now because she's riding down her own business and a bullet comes in the car. Okay, yesterday I'm looking at the mall. I see a truck, a bus from Texas dropping off illegal aliens in Montgomery. Like we don't have enough crooks already. We're going to import some. Okay? And again, no, but let me see if we get this right. I don't mind people coming to America trying to look for a better life. That's fine. But there's a way to do it. But that's okay. So and the other day the board said, why we worried about the border? But now you know why. They're bringing people from Texas to Alabama. Okay, now you know why. Okay, it all affects us, but it affects us all. And if it hasn't affected you yet, well, it will. Okay. And one of the things that people don't seem to be that we as a people, we as a black people, must address the issue of violence with our young people. Okay. Okay. It must be, and but let one policeman get involved with one of our young men, and we want to march up and down the streets and march here and go to Washington D.C. and all that stuff. And just the other day, 3 people dead within 3 hours. What the hell is wrong with our black folks? With the crooks in this city? We have, I mean, it is black crime that is taking us over. We may not want to talk about it, but you know, we may not want to let that dog out the cage. But what? I'm black. I've been black a long time. I got two boys. It's almost dangerous now to walk down the street in America. In Montgomery, forget America. I mean Montgomery, Alabama. So why is it a persona non grata conversation in this city that we cannot bring up what is actually going on? Okay, what's the problem? Is it really a lack of fathers? Well, maybe what we ought to do is just start getting some fathers and put their ass in jail every month. I mean, what's going on? It's dangerous. As a matter of fact, the other day I'm reading in the newspaper where they say that Montgomery, Alabama, if you put the population, the comparable population of any other city our size, we are probably the number one place in America right now for getting for homicide. So can we talk? Can we talk about this? Can we talk about it? I don't know. And one more thing: how much responsibility goes to the police department, the mayor staff, and all these people with all these jobs? How much of this goes to them? Not the balance, but the response to it. Okay. Listen, you can't run for office telling us what you're going to do, what you're going to do here, what you're going to do, and don't do jack, nothing. And what you do, that's your job to figure that out. You want to run for the job, mayor, city council people, y'all going around for these jobs, having these stupid ass meetings is not helping us. Okay? And Perkins, I like the guy, you need to go back to Selma and his about it. Okay? Coming here talking about it, but we had the same comments last year. I was at that little meeting right there. It didn't do us any good. So what is it going to take? What is it going to take for us to come to grips with a crime wave that's done by folks that look like me? What is it going to take? All of this stuff, we don't want to talk about it on the radio. Well, we're going to talk about it on the radio, or we're going to talk about it at the funeral home. But we're going to talk about it. So when we do that,
Download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right, you can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying gas.
About Democrats.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds everybody doing at least the best you can. Hopefully, nobody shot your house or anything like that. Let's go phones right quick. See who is. Good morning. Who's this? I got built no. I know it is. Okay, you wait on the phone a long time to say that. Good morning. Doing fine. And you call me. I'm banning you from my show. You call me a liar again, I'm gonna ban you from my show. You call me a liar again, you go. No more than you are. No, 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 that's okay. That ain't Christian life. No, 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 I don't want that crap. That is not Christian act. It didn't say you were the judge. You didn't kick me off. You'll get over it. You'll get over it. All right, Mr. Ed, I appreciate you going. I appreciate it. Thank you. Good morning, who's this? Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that. Because, as a matter of fact, no, if you remember, Mark was this. I don't think it's good because now you're going to have people carrying guns who normally wouldn't carry a gun. And I was afraid of those people going out doing things because they're kicking and scared, but now they feeling golden because they carry a gun. No, I wasn't. I think you need a license. You want to get a license to carry it. Listen, I'm with you. Mhm. It's one of the dumbest laws, right? One of the dumbest laws ever made. You don't have to have a license for a concealed weapon. You can just walk around here with a gun on you. And my problem was is that people wouldn't normally carry a gun now because they have access to one without any impediment whatsoever. Now, scared guys and scared don't carry guns. They feel emboldened. That's right. They think they somebody. But do we have to? Here's the question then. Are we so stupid of people that we got to do what somebody wants us to do? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I don't think. I think no. I think the Trump we're gonna calm down on some of this because right now ain't nobody scared of a Democrat. Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's happening. Yeah, appreciate it. It's happening all over town, all over the state. Good morning. Yeah, but you can respond to it. That's their job. Respond to it. And stop giving them a pass. Stop women. Stop giving them a pass. They okay. Yeah. Mm. 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 We shouldn't be. Appreciate it. And I think her frustration is the frustration of all of us. I mean, you just don't know. Lady go there and run away. Now I'm supposed to be either half paralyzed or half paralyzed because these fools shouldn't know. You know, I say we need to bring back who those guys used to jump off them trucks. Well, we need to bring them boys back. Okay. Whatever they call them trucks back in the old days. But we don't want to do. What do we do? What do we do? Yeah, yeah. We want to put a roadblock up. want to see. But the problem is, and like Boyd said in the beginning, the problem is if you find people with a gun, unless they are convicted felons, they can look at it like, yes, you can walk down saying Montgomery and with a gun or whatever. So what can we do? But that's why we pay all these people all this money to come up with a plan. And everybody runs for office. And how come I never seen a combined press conference with our city council personnel? I never see that. Combined. Don't get else everybody leaving this thing too. And I love my gun. I love my gun. I mean, for the first time you, you know, that's it. Thinking about it, you want to do this. Right? Mm-hmm. So I wonder, here's what I wonder though. You talking about here's what I wonder. To get the city of Montgomery is probably in actual law when it's not this state. That's the state. We're not taking away. We're not taking away Second Amendment. We ain't taking the Second Amendment. We're not taking the Second Amendment away. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, when you shoot enough of us, you got to go to them. You gotta, yeah, yeah. I'm not blaming. I'm blaming the mayor for not allowing this police department to do what they need to do. Now, do you realize? Do you realize? According to the statistics, comparatively, Alabama kills uh, 8 times higher than Chicago. Okay. Well, I don't know because I live. Okay. Well, yeah, again, nobody's blaming. Yeah, I got it right. Nobody's blaming the police, but somebody got to be to blame here. Somebody has to be to blame. Whether it's elected politicians for not raising the hell about this, or whether it's not allowing the police to do their job. Listen, we're holding the police department more accountable than we're holding the crooks. We'll be back.
News update on News Radio 1440.
Boy.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez in New York, the former president and Torture single juror on day one. Yes, Hoffman says felt lashed out at the drug. Not only to be there every day. It's going to be a real you have to sit in this courtroom 4 days a week at least for the next the audience will bring the same message on the phone. This is going to be very laborious and very helpful to Israel's war cabinet is expected to meet for the third time after Iran's first ever direct attack on responding at the Hamas in Tel Aviv.
The version unfinished war in Gaza, and yesterday's intentions for Iran is very almost given so seniors writing with the experts have the war cabinet must balance retaliation to ensure that it does not fracture the international alliance and come out against Iran.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says there were 4 individual votes today that include into Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan.
All concepts is the same places that they're coming to be sent, and you'll see the House of State on it. That's how this process works. These are two separate chambers. I can't account for what happens in the Senate.
One of those bills will Russia and Iran. The mayor of Atlantic City, small and wide argument their teenage daughter. Prosecutors say the head was born but not unconscious. The class small and superintendent. CBS is counting McCormick says the Biden administration is launching a new program to help countries respond to future pandemics. This program is aimed at preventing outbreaks like COVID-19. The president says they're working with countries to develop better testing, surveillance, communication, and preparedness. The Biden administration wants 100 countries sign up for the program. Copenhagen. However, as the city's focus on the stock exchange will result in claims, and the 100 people fire the last. I will keep taking that step. All we need to show you is so intimidating to hold the assets from the exchange. The roads of in the building so far no reports of injuries. The building was under renovation. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home overall. Get a quote at progressive.com. And it's progressive.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in our company is essential. Finding these people can be a major hassle unless you use recruiter makes finding quality people at risk. Recruiters identify people or you can put them on the other. Learn how to have employees who place on and low energy. Even when the body stuff. Nature's blend, which has some beautiful community, texture, and fruit. It's focused on nature's blend, plus half of our best-selling agriculture. Our federal judge finally completed Texas of 1,000 different doesn't press allegations Carolyn, the U.S.
instances where kids were left in harm's way for more than a year. Those are the words of U.S. District Judge Janice Graham-Jack in leveling the fine. It's the third time since 2015 she found the state in contempt on the issue. Lead attorney for the plaintiff.
Even Seinfeld's Kramer would be disappointed, but Kramer King operating since 1934. Rodriguez, CBS.
The time on the clock says 8:08 in the morning. Here we are. We talk about something that, it's like an 800-pound gorilla in the room, and we have a hard time having that conversation. And that is this gun violence going on in our city. Matter of fact, now I was writing about that. I wasn't exactly sure because I was Carolina. I go down Atlanta Highway all the time. It can be any one of them. And we don't listen. We can't stop any fool out there that wants to take the gun, but we can make the consequences so severe that they never want to see a gun ever again. And one of the things, and I hate to do it, I like to make it. I'm always picking up for it. But again, why do we have mayors Why do we have police chiefs? Why do we have police officers and sheriff officers if nobody can come up with an answer? Can the city of Montgomery mandate that there be a license to carry a gun in the city of Montgomery? I do not know. That's not my job. That's not my wheelhouse. So we need to do something and Gordon was right. Let every fool around here carry a gun that you know that you may not need to have. It's a dangerous environment to live in. Okay, I love the Second Amendment of personal protection, but you know what? Maybe these maybe I don't know. The Second Amendment was not for the government. The Second Amendment was so we can protect ourselves and for the government. Now they government, they don't scared of it anymore. Name is Trump right now. There was good night to on the natural. The name is John Trump. They're coming after all they got. But, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I don't get any solution. If I did, I'd run for mayor. But anyway, but I am holding the mayor, the chief of the police department. I'm holding the okay? And we need to bring back jump street, okay? We need to bring back, and maybe, just maybe, I hate it because I told the people, maybe we on the weekend or put a roadblock. Again, you put up a roadblock. There's no law, so you can't get done. So, what's the roadblock? We live in interesting time to look at the people who have legally been carrying the collective. So, the brainiac came up with this. In the election this year, yeah, we need to get rid of some of it. Find out who voted for that crap. We need to get rid of it. We need to get rid of all of it. Okay. Find out who voted for it. Let's just get rid of it. Okay. Or unless the city of Montgomery can say you can't carry clothes in the city limits. Maybe buy less food. I don't know. The day before, but I'm tired of people telling me that in life office, we come to people, mayor, city councilman, county commissioner, telling me that vote for me and we have to do this. Where's that? Where's that? What is it? In the city of Montgomery, impose their own requirement for a license to carry a weapon inside the city. Come on, over. But what do you think? What do you think the answer is? Maybe can't before then. Right. Well, I agree. And if we allowed our policemen instead of want to be nice out the street and do what they need to do, put a foot somebody put out there, I'd be all right. Yeah. Right. Mm. Right. So you believe, and somebody just checked me. So it is the consequences that they do not see. But now the mayor did let Anderson know they were 10 years old. I mean, that's not. Mm, well, I have heard, and I have heard from some officers who say that the mayor is just too lax on some law enforcement, and when he's holding them more accountable than they're holding the crook. And I have heard that. I don't know. Yeah. I thought, yeah. Mm. Mm. But I don't think, I mean, we can, yeah. But I don't think, come on, in the environment of gun violence. Yeah. Can the city legally hire a rent out? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it, yeah. Okay. All right. I guess I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, I don't want.
Mhm. Hey, appreciate your call. 860-1440. Violence in the city, the young lady that was shot down there has been paralyzed, is riding down Atlanta Highway. And I just won that. Well, this weekend we had 3 people that killed with what, 3 hours. Good morning. Okay, you going per year? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, maybe the consequences, yeah, I got to take a break. Maybe the consequences ought to be more severe. I don't know, but maybe we just repeal this law where everybody in town can walk around with it. We're back.
same old, same old.
Wait, we're right here. Ma'am, our restaurant's just a few blocks from you. Why is she not seeing us?
Back to the usual, I guess.
Ma'am, can you not see us?
No, they can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local restaurants. You are invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost, get found, get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
Anthony Daniels is lying about Democrat Shamari figures and thinks we are fools. But Anthony Daniels' attacks on Alabama Democrats shouldn't be surprising, since Daniels himself is funded by the same donors who bankroll MAGA Republicans. Truth is, Anthony Daniels is hiding an even bigger secret from you. He can't even vote for himself, because Anthony Daniels doesn't even live in our congressional district. That's right. Anthony Daniels lives hundreds of miles away in Huntsville. We won't let him steal our seat in Congress. On April 16th, vote for Democrat Shamari Figures for Congress. He actually lives here, and Figures is endorsed by the Alabama Democratic Conference and leaders we trust like Kirk Hatcher and Napoleon Bracey. On Tuesday, vote for Democrat Shamari Figures for Congress. Protect Progress paid for and is responsible for the content of this ad, not authorized by any candidate or candidate committee. www.protectprogresspac.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2794. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at tra.com or call 800-575-2794. That's 800-575-2794. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I'm groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
What's keeping you from learning the language you've always wanted to speak?
Too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's interactive lessons, podcasts, games, and more make learning fun.
Fun isn't hard.
Right. And in 10 minutes a day, Babbel's bite-sized lessons are designed to get you having real conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
That's not long.
It's not hard.
It's perfect.
It starts here. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Listen to News Radio 1440 at work. NewsRadio1440.com. At home through your Alexa or Google smart home device. Depend on it. News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. It is 8:30 in the morning. We're talking about something that, the 800-pound gorilla. Who's responsible for all the violence? Well, of course, the people who are perpetrating the violence on us. But who's responsible for the atmosphere? Who's responsible that these people have the unmitigated gall to do the things they do in the streets of Montgomery? Who's responsible for that? Are they not? Do they not fear consequence? Is our mayor too soft on it? I mean, who's responsible? A lot of police officers tell me they can't do their job because when they do their job, hell, most of the time, one guy got suspended because he cussed out a perp. That's all he did. I'm good. Don't bother me. Anyway, good morning on there. Fine. So who do we hold accountable then? And I hear you, but as let put it this way, you the CEO. Whatever happens in your company is your responsibility. No, and every time it happens, we say we act like it just started happening on a day watch. Somebody's got to take responsibility for it. We ain't got to go back that far now. Well, of course not. Okay. Right. No, but I'm trying to tell you, I don't live there. Yeah, I live in Montgomery. So then let me ask you a question, Rocket. So let me ask you. I just asked you a question. We as citizens of Montgomery pay these high ass taxes, grocery tax, all this, and everybody pays taxes there. You know, we have a right to look towards somebody for some answers of why the environment in this city is the way it is. Well, we don't care about that. He ran for mayor office twice. Everybody don't believe in Jesus Christ though, and those people are not going to do the right thing. I realize, yeah, yeah. No, we don't. But he's not responsible, right? But an eight, right? But let me tell you something. A 6, 8, 9 year old is not responsible for that. His parents are. Right. So what you're telling me then? We hire these people who, when they run for office, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. So should we not believe a word that anybody says when they run for office? Right. Trump, what are you bringing Trump into this for? No, because he don't live in Montgomery. But he's not the president of, and that's why we, yeah, and Obama. Okay, but listen, I live in Montgomery, Alabama. I live in Montgomery, Alabama. I mean, I hear about what happens in those other cities, and I hope it all stays up there. But we live here. well, not in the city, in the county, not in the city. Yeah. Again, I'll let the county take care of the county and the city take care of the city. I'm with you, but somebody has to take the responsibility of dealing with these children or these crooks, whoever they are, and we hire people to do that, called mayors, police departments, sheriff's officer. We hire people to do that. I've done my part. I've done my part. My kids don't. My two boys are not out there doing heinous things and nefarious things. I've done my part. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When it happens to you, well, right now, I don't want to get depressed. Okay, yeah, yeah. I don't want to get depressed. And if they're in the class, and right, but if they're in the classroom doing the same thing they doing out in the outside room, then we need to put them in a place where we can secure them. Yeah, it rolls downhill. Yeah. Well, let me ask you something. Wait a minute. You were an officer, right? You were an officer, right? Okay. I'm an NCO. So you expect, right? Okay, good. But you expect Sergeant Elkins, okay, to get the boys ready for the PT test, and if none of them can pass the PT test in my squad, you looking at me, Elkins. How can nobody in your squad pass the PT test? Well, I'm looking at the mayor. How come we got so much violence in this city? I'm looking at him. He the guy that head of the food chain. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, our community did not. Wait a minute. But yeah. Right. Yeah. I hear you. Okay. Well, I don't know anybody in this community that will not support you rounding up these who and put these summer guns in the who's got. Okay. All right. All right. I don't know that, but what you said. Good morning. Who's this? Good, good morning. Mm-hmm. Who planted it? My Lord, we still going. We still going back there, right? Well, that's true. A lot of them don't. Yeah. Hey, can I ask you a question? You vote Democrat, don't you? Listen, I get yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. All right. I'm with you. I got to run. Hey, appreciate it. We'll be back. And it's 8:42 in the morning. Violence in Montgomery. We are just that it's under control. Who's the guy? Well, ultimately, the people who perpetrate the violence are responsible. But overall, for the atmosphere where people can think they can get away with whatever they want to get away with without consequence, I'm putting that on the leadership of the state. Okay? Let's stop take the handcuffs off the police and start putting it on the court. Okay? Mayor, I know you got to say, I'm not using it. Be tough. Because right now, only thing tough is that they tough on us.
Publix member perks when you sign up at clubpublix.com/save5. You'll be able to view their weekly ad a day early, see deals picked just for you, and enroll in Publix Partners to give back a portion of your eligible purchases to your school of choice. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Even though there are a few more clouds with us today, still plenty of sunshine, and that gets us into the low and mid 80s for afternoon highs on Tuesday. A few degrees warmer than normal, but humidity still pretty low, so those 80s will be on the comfortable side. Increased amount of moisture means we'll throw in an isolated to widely scattered chance of rain Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or even this weekend, but no widespread organized wet weather anticipated, and we'll keep it mostly in the 80s through at least Friday. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted. There is so much going on at Festival Plaza. Shop Plato's Closet, ABC Beverage, and more. Festival Plaza, Taylor and Vaughn, a Colliers managed development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
With Kevin Elkins in the morning, Dan Bongino for the midday, and Sean Hannity for your afternoon. It's News Radio 1440 all day. Depend on it.
Come fix my home. You got it right away. I'm turning thinking and murder on the floor. Just get some time more days. Come fix my home. I got the right away.
Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/radio. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at HIMS, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/radio and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up. I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, then download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LANE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LANE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LANE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ziprecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free.
You do everything you can for your family. A nice home, good food, family fun, and the right medical care. You plan ahead for your kids' future and their education. That's all great, unless something unexpected happens to you. If you were to die, who would pay the mortgage and all the other bills? Would your family have to sell their home just to survive? That's why you need to call Term Provider for the lowest rates available on quality term life policies, period. Rates for term life are at all-time lows, and Term Provider could save you 50, 60, even 70%. Already have coverage? Call and see if you're paying too much. Term Provider could save you thousands. And if your health isn't perfect, even more reason to call. We'll match you with the right policy even if you have weight issues like diabetes or high blood pressure. Right now, your family's protected. Make sure that protection continues if something unexpected happens to you. Call for a free quote and see if you can save up to 70%. Call 800-511-3535 now. That's 800-511-3535. 800-511-3535.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Let's go back to phones. 8:49 in the morning. Let's go back to phones. You guys have been waiting forever. Good morning. Thanks for holding. Yes. Well, I believe that the environment by which we live in certainly has a lot to do with the mayor, police, city council people. I mean, we do not have an environment or reputation for being tough on crime. We got an environment where we talk tough, but we really don't do tough. And I think the environment is a responsibility of leadership. Right. Well, that's true too. But there's got to be things, because why do we have a level of government at the municipal level if they absolutely have no power? I don't believe that they got power to do something. We got our own judicial system called the municipal court system. We can do something better than what we're doing. Hmm. Black folks for the most part. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So we have to kill ourselves because it's expected to? Well, it's got nothing to do with the. I mean, listen, I hear you. There is a culture issue in our people. There's a culture. It's not just in Montgomery. It's around this nation. Every major city in America right now, black folks killing black folks. Where did this culture come from? So now, so let me get this right. So we can hold the white folks who pay for this rotten music to be put out, uh, but we can't hold our people at the top of the food chain responsible for what's going on here. That's true too, but cigarettes are bad for you too. So people want to smoke, and liquor is bad. I think that's a question. I think that's a great question. They don't make music with calling each other the N word or the H word or whatever. We do, but where did that culture come from? I think it came from greed. You, no, what you're saying, then we don't have the intelligence in order to make our own decisions. Eat the cookie when we come back, a little piece by little piece. Then, so what can we do? So what can we do? And we don't have to take the drugs. Yeah. Mm. Well, again, though, it's about personal responsibility, isn't it? Yep. I mean, now I can't say. Listen, I can't say what he does when I'm not around, but but for the most part, yes, he listens to. As a matter of fact, we're at a point now where I really don't have to tell him. Hell, he almost grown what to do. He's been well trained, thanks to his mama. I mean, and so he's been a good kid. So I have no problem. Uh, Yeah, well, that's true too. But at least I think I gave him the knowledge that you must fly. Yeah, listen, I hear you. I hear you. We don't have perfect kids, but I can tell you one thing for sure: my child not going out guns, robbing people, smoking dope, and all that stuff. He doesn't do that. Neither one of them, as a matter of fact. So I can't. Nobody's perfect. I wouldn't. Good morning. Pretty good. Pretty good. They respond to crime. Absolutely. Okay. That's right. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, she didn't pass it. She signed it. She didn't pass it. Right. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I agree with you. I don't know whose brain trust that was, but I did say now we're going to have people walking around with guns who, in ordinary circumstances, would not carry one. Right, right, right. You bad, yeah. Well, she was just riding down the street. Right. I'm not putting all of him, but he is the guy that's in charge of the city right now. No, that's a good question. But let me ask you something though. This city, right, maybe so, but we're not the only city in the state that gets to do this. Why is it that in the black community it happens more than any place? Hey, I got to run. My time's up. We'll be back. It's so I follow you. You and the sun and you, you, you,
Something on Wednesday, but even that, the things that they look up, the just the fact that it's not mom, you might start eating on Wednesday, then come to school with really quick back on that thing that's not about the time. A campaign.
The Supreme Court is making it that hard to consider a federal obstruction charge that could impact the selection of the parents' case, as well as charges against hundreds of January 6th rioters. Former federal prosecutor who had the substantial claim that this statute doesn't apply at all. It only applies to sort of corporate setting in which growing records of that sort. World leaders still wait for word on how the Prime Minister intends to respond to Iran's first ever direct attack. Correspondent Kevin McCormick. Netanyahu has met with his war cabinet, and Israeli military chief of staff Herzi Halevi says there will be a response.
We remain at our highest level of readiness. Iran will face the consequences for its actions. We will choose our response accordingly.
There is growing international pressure on Israel not to respond, and Iran says any retaliation will be met with a response from Tehran in a matter of seconds.
So
far, no comment from the FAA on claims by American Airlines pilots that of a strike and safety and maintenance problem. Spokesman Dennis Tazier.
We're telling our pilots, slow down, take your time, and watch for these potential errors because they're starting to increase across the system.
The International Monetary Fund says the global economy is improving. CBS's Jill Schlesinger now expects growth of 3.2% this year, saying that the world's economy has proven, quote, surprisingly resilient. A rare Beatles film is coming out of the vault. Let it be, let it be. Disney Plus says it will begin streaming the 1970 documentary Let It Be beginning May 8th. The last album the Beatles ever released. The Dow is up 193 points. This is CBS News.
O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here comes my lifestyle and diet. I always make small changes. But when it comes to taking care of my liver, I used to have 3 issues. Since adding a once-a-day active food tablet, I asked a lot of my I can do the same thing. The thing you do.
Active Liver is one of many award-winning new medicines. The number one supplier of dietary supplements they need to find out how much work all over the time. Visit newmedicine.com. Available as tablet, super gummies, directly help your liver be easy and effectively. Active Liver. Check out new additions to the library of popular national recording records.
In 1378, to album of quality, Victoria is ready to die in 1994. From the same year, The Chick slash the 1990. Steve Colton, CBS News.
For 25 cents per gallon bonus.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Money to buy out 5,000, 50,000, 100,000. It doesn't matter. Sitting in the park, just wait for him. Call now. 800. We have a 5-star rating on Google and an A+ with a Better Business.
And we are back having a conversation today on something that is very, very, very important. Somebody sent me a text a few minutes ago. Said, white children listen to rap music too. And for some reason, the carnage in their communities are not the same as ours. So, what is the difference in white children listen to the same crap that some of our kids listen to? And it seems like our neighborhoods are festering with decay. So I don't know what the answer to that is, but I do believe that the music genre, that the music does have an effect on our kids. I mean, yeah, it's embarrassing sometimes to go to a gas station and I just listen to the words from people's cars. I just shut up. I was like getting shot at the gas station. As so I don't know. It is what it is, and so can we do anything about it? Now that's the only time I want the Norwich ordinance to be followed. Now don't put the Norwich ordinance without paying taking fingers up. Okay, that's good music. Okay, no cussing, no none of that stuff. No little Frankie Beverly and Mays or something like little Barry Manilow. Little John Denver. I mean, you can play that. That'll help us out. But that other junk that they play, I'm wrong on with it. All right, let me go back to the phone here. Thank you for holding. Good morning. I'm doing fine. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Well, that's true. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. But I do have common sense, and common sense says that but common sense says if something's easier to get, it has gotten easier. Okay, that's all I'm telling you. I think that that did not help. It did not help to give everybody access to a gun, even crooks and even guys who were scared as I don't know what. All of a sudden now they got a gun now that nobody knows they got. They're not accountable for it, and now they just the only time you know they got it is when they pull it out and shoot somebody. But logic and reason would dictate. Well, that wouldn't take away the guns that already been given out, though. No, because we already got a bunch of guns out there. We got a bunch of people with the guns now. Well, not at the moment, because but logic and reason is still my friend, and logic tells me if the impediment that stopped me from doing something is no longer there, and I want to do it, now I can do it without being impeded. Well, you're sergeant first class, so I'm gonna cut you a little slack. So I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna cut you a little slack. That don't mean you're right because you're sergeant first class, but it just means you sergeant first class. All right, give you a little respect there for that. Not a problem. Good morning. Who's this? Morning. I don't know. I don't know what age it is in Alabama. No, the law says you don't need a license to the law says you don't have to have a license to be concealed. That's what it says. They told them anyway. You mean legally they can't tote a gun, but they tote them. Right, but they're doing that anyway. Which one? Well, not anymore, but initially they did. Well, I will say one thing. I don't think many black folks. Well, that's crazy, but but I do believe, but I do believe that there are very wait now let me get. There aren't too many black folks that own music companies in America. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. I don't necessarily totally. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I agree. I mean, this ain't got nothing to do with 9:17 in the morning. Good morning, on air. No. Good morning. Who's this? You on air? But you just to be fair though, you have to do something. You have to do something to contribute to your situation. But but now you but you I know, but but you are going to this down to the same level that the white guy just called. Said we got to stop making excuses on the white folks when we doing it. That don't mean you got to go out and commit crime. Mm. But we don't. So what you're saying? Wait. So what you're saying that the music ownership, white or black, whatever, is taking advantage of the ignorance of black folks and put out junk. Yeah. Okay. All right. Gotta take a break. We'll be back. It's 9:20 in the morning. Although I don't really know. So what we're seeing, we are intellectually inferior, and we have to do what people ask us or put us in position to do. So our intellect is not as high as white people. I guess what white folks listen to rock music. Eminem. Actually, I kind of like Eminem actually for me, but that stuff. Anyway, we'll be back. Somebody just told me that we have a bunch of black, pretty large music companies that putting out this stuff too. Woo! Violence in Montgomery. Is it fixable? Who's responsible? I don't know who's responsible. The court is responsible for the violence. But we are responsible for not handling it in a way that brings about severe repercussions. And these people think, I mean, I think when you throw them in jail for a couple of days, that's just a break and free food. I don't know. 860-1440 is the number here. You can text me 901-022 if you got something you think is important for you to know about. Appreciate it. Let me go back to the phone and see who is there. Let me see where. Oh, yeah, there we go. So let me go. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Good morning. Okay. Oh, hell. New York. No, no, it does not, because Chris going to find a gun no matter what. Yeah. The politicians, do they allow it? Well, I think it was Irish. Was it? Well, wasn't it Irish? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I can't. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah. All right then. All right. Appreciate it. Good morning. What? How many times are you going to call me? All right, there, Mr. Ed. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Okay. Hmm. Well, I would if I would. Yeah, I would. Mhm. 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 We're on probation. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll never know because you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. You should. You don't need to have had a gun before. Well, that's good. That, but I guarantee you, there are people out there who never thought about carrying a gun until the impediments to that process ended. Well, we don't know. Well, we have a proliferation of gun violence now. So how do you account for that? Well, I don't have empirical evidence to support my conclusion, but I do have a reasonable. Well, my conclusion, if somebody in the store says all the sneakers are free, I guarantee you, whether I wanted a sneaker or not, I would go in that store and get me a free sneaker. So so it is a natural human occurrence that when something, the impediments to something is moved, that somebody's going to get it, that otherwise wouldn't. Well, that may be true, but we ought not make getting the candy bars that easy. They can now. Well, you can now, so that's for sure. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Appreciate that. Everybody has their opinion. Good morning. That's true. Mm. All right. Appreciate it. And as a matter of fact, as far as the record company, Happy Black Swan Record, BJ Record, T-Neck Record, Super Hero Record, American Recording Company, and Kalimba Music. We have Gamma Records. It's a wonderful world. Music group who features such people as Earth, Wind, and Fire, One Point of Time, Brain Record also. So, evidently, black record out there putting up some fancy video for you. Okay, come on, who's this? Hey, dude. Okay, appreciate it. My number is 860-1440. Let's get an interesting text before I go to my last break out. If the premise of your argument is not true, because something is illegal, states are going to do it. So you're saying if Alabama makes marijuana legal, you would go get some and try it. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. But I don't try it because it's illegal. And I guarantee you, if 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 marijuana was made totally legal, right now it's illegal, and we smell it going down the street, down the freeway. It's like you're smoking it in your car, and they're smoking it. I'm telling you, if you take away the disincentive of smoking marijuana, there are people like myself that will probably, I will probably try at least one time to his life. Okay, uh, beer is legal. I don't drink beer. I never drink it. I don't drink. I never have beer in my life. But I do know that if I want to go get some, I can go get some. Okay. So yeah, I do believe once you take off the impediment, there will not everyone, but there will be people that will try marijuana who've never tried it before because it is illegal. I will I will bet $1,000 that that is correct. Somebody, long as something's illegal, because we don't want to go to jail, we don't want to be Big Bubba's girlfriend, and I don't feel like spending the night and sleeping on my back because Big Bubba up there might think I look like a woman. So you're right. I'm not going to smoke marijuana. But if it becomes illegal, if it becomes legal, I may try a little bit of that stuff. I don't understand how people can put that stuff in their lungs and then bring it back out. I don't get that part. Hey, some people do. Anyway, we'll be back. Uno momento. Okay, yeah. So I just now, is there anybody out there that disagree with that? If we make something that's illegal, legal, do you believe that there are people who normally would not try the substance because it is illegal, will try it once it becomes legal? Absolutely. Like that sneaker bar. Right now it costs $2. But if the store said we're going to give 10 of them away, all you got to do is send that person to come to the store, then I'm going to make sure that everybody's going after. Then I go to get that ball. I believe it. It's a natural instinct. Okay? Take away the impediment and give access to things that are normally limited access. Yes, people will try them. Is there anybody out there that will be honest and say yes, you will? It could be alcohol. It could be drugs. It could be whatever. Is there anybody out there that will own up to my prayer? I've been smoking your rope every day. We'll be back. And we are back, 9:48 in the morning, and let's go back to the phone, see who is there. Good morning. Yeah. Yes. Now, who are you talking about? Mm. No, I must have been doing something on those. Okay. Are you talking about curmudgeon? Mm. Yeah. Mm. All right. All right. I think he got the message, hopefully. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think ABC endorsed him, I believe. Well, I think they did. I'm not sure. It's NCDC or ACD, whatever. Got so many D's out there. Joe is MCDC. Yeah, MCDC is Joe's head of. I do not know. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Morning. Yes. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I saw that. Mm. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. I don't either. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I wouldn't know. Yeah. 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 Well, that's true. Hmm. I can't tell you. Yeah. It, it, that's true. I got to take that. I appreciate. Hey, appreciate it. I have got to take one more call, but I think that you're right. I don't disagree with anything you said. Good morning. Good. His name is Daniel. Okay. Appreciate that. Anyway, 9:55 in the morning. Well, do, but the question is about it. Who's responsible for it? Obviously, the person who perpetrates the violence on another is. But we, as a people, are responsible for which it exists. Okay, and I still say, right, it's a community thing. It involves the school, it involves the home, it involves the government working together rather than making excuses. Yeah, and a lot of daddies and moms are they do. I got that. But that still does not be an excuse to have in death and mischief in the community and being a menace to society. All I can say is let the police shoot one of us. And Lord have mercy, we are CNN, NBC, ABC, MSNBC. We're talking about bad, we have done wrong. There's something amiss in our community across this nation. It is not just Montgomery. It's everywhere in mostly urban communities. And I'm going to say that it is the indoctrination of a philosophy that, and I hate to go here, I really hate to go here, but it's an indoctrination of philosophy perpetrated on our kids by the Democratic Party. Not just them on wrong, but they help. Everything is not your fault. It's not your fault that you didn't finish school. It's not your fault that you went to college and took a curriculum that did not lend itself to make you mobile, upwardly or mobile. It's not your fault. It's always somebody else's fault. And I felt that way years and years ago. You know. But anyway, and again, public school, rather than expect excellence, we come about with excuses for why we do. So I don't know what it is, and I don't know how it's going to be fixed, but I am still for the government, our government officials, our parents, everybody is responsible for this mess. And it's going to take every last one of us to try our best to figure out what the solution is. But one of the solutions, expect excellence from your kids in everything they do. Right? We'll be back tomorrow. The good Lord says the same. Have a great day. I gotta go.
One car accident. He was on his way to help another dead knee. Once the services ended at the Church of the Highlands, a large number of law enforcement vehicles, as